unique aspect of the Badi calendar. Calendars are formulated from the movement of three bodies, the sun, the moon, and the earth. Calendars that are formulated from the earth orbiting the sun are called solar calendars, and those that are formulated from the moon orbiting the earth are lunar calendars. There are so many calendars that existed in the world today, but in this presentation I'm going to mention 4 calendars: the Julian calendar, the Gregorian calendar, the Islamic calendar, and the Badi calendar. The Julian calendar was founded by Julius Caesar, and it started in the year 45 BC. And it is a solar calendar, consists of 12 months in a year, with 30 days or 31 and 28 days in a month. The Gregorian calendar is also a solar calendar, founded by Pope Gregory, and it started in the year 1582 AD, and consists of 12 months in a year, with 30 days and 31 days and 28 days in a month. The Islamic calendar started by the Islamic faith, and it started in 622 AD, and it is a lunar calendar, consists of 12 months in a year, with 29 days in a month. The Badi calendar, or the Baha'i calendar, started in 1844 and consists of 19 months in a year, with 19 days in a month, and 4 or 5 intercalary days that are placed between the 18th month and the 19th month, and also has cycles, like a 19 years is one Wahid, and 19 Wahid is a Kuli Shay. There was a problem with the Julian calendar, recognized and stated by a monk named Saint Bede, which he said that the Julian calendar is too long by 11 minutes and 14 seconds. And that 11 minutes 14 seconds, and when it accumulates by the year of the Gregorian calendar, it's already drifted by 10 days. So the Gregorian calendar got rid of that 10 days when it started. It started on Thursday, October the 4th, to Friday, October the 15th in 1582. And the reason of that drifting is because of the leap year. In the leap year, you add a full day in a leap year. In 4 years' time when you have the leap year. But a full day consists of 24 hours. But the Earth orbiting the Sun, according to Abdu'l-Baha, takes 365 days, 5 hours, 48 minutes and a fraction. we'll put aside the fraction for the sake of easy calculation. The 5 hours and 48 minutes, if you add them up in 4 years, it will only come to 23 hours and 12 minutes. But now we are adding a full day on a leap year of 24 hours. There is a short of 48 minutes. So there must be a system to adjust the calendar. So the Gregorian calendar have a system called centesimal, and that is only the years that are divisible by 100 are not leap years, except when they are divisible by 400. So the Gregorian calendar started in 1582 to be exact. So the year 1700 is not a leap year. 1800 is not a leap year. 1900 is not a leap year. 2000 is a leap year, because even though it's divisible by 100, but it's now divisible by 400. From when it started in 1600 to the year 2000 is 400 years. So inside these 400 years, they're supposed to have 100 leap years, but it's only 97, because 1700 and 1800, 1900 are not leap years according to the system of the Gregorian calendar. The Badi calendar also has a system to adjust, and it's more accurate. In the 7th leap year of the Badi calendar, it consists of 5 years. Instead of 4, there are 5 years. And the accumulation, as I said before, of that short of 48 minutes in every leap year, in the 7th leap year, it's already reached 5 hours and 48 minutes short. And that extra year on the 7th leap year, extra year of 5 hours and 48 minutes, is to accommodate that short of 5 hours and 48 minutes. Therefore, the accuracy of the adjustment of the Badi calendar. Now, there was a question quite often asked why we have different leap years, the Gregorian calendar and Badi calendar. And that is simply because of the year it started. The Gregorian calendar started in the year 1582, so the next leap year will be 4 years later, be in 1586. The Badi calendar started in 1844, so the next leap year will be 1848. And there is that 2 years different, and it still exists today. Now, regarding the Badi calendar, in a letter from the University of Justice, the 10th of July 2014 letter about the calendar stated that the Bab introduced the calendar with its broad patterns of periods and cycles, months and days. Baha'u'llah provided essential clarification and additions. Aspects were elucidated by Abdu'l-Baha, and preparation for its adoption in the West were put in place at the direction of Shoghi Effendi, as explained in the volumes of the Baha'i World. Still, ambiguities surrounding some Islamic and Gregorian dates, as well as the difficulties in the correlations of historical observances and astronomical events, with explicit statements in the text, left certain issues unresolved. When responding to questions concerning the calendar, both Abdu'l-Baha and Shoghi Effendi left these matters to the Universal House of Justice. Of its many features, 3 required clarification for the calendar's uniform application: the means for the determination of Nowruz, the accommodations of the lunar characters of the twin holy birthdays within the solar year, and the fixing of the dates of the holy days within the Badi calendar. The means for determination of Nowruz was also explained by the same letter, which stated the festival of Nowruz fall on the day that the sun entered the sign of Aries. Baha'u'llah explained in his most holy book, even if that occur no more than 1 minute before sunset. However, details have until now been left undefined. We have decided on Tehran, the birthplace of the Aba beauty, to be the spot on earth as a standard to determine by astronomical computation from reliable sources the moment of the vernal equinox in the northern hemisphere, and thereby the day of Nowruz for the Baha'i world. Now, the determination of Nowruz is when the sun enters the sign of Aries before sunset of March 20th in Tehran. Nowruz will be on March 20th. But if the sun entered the sign of Aries after sunset of March 20th in Tehran, Nowruz will be on March 21st. However, if the sun entered the sign of Aries 1 minute before sunset of March 20th in Tehran, Nowruz will be on March 21st. The accommodations of the lunar characters of the twin holy birthdays into the solar year. The twin holy birthdays, the twins' birthday was written in characters of the lunar characters of the Islamic calendar, and it falls on the 1st and 2nd day of the month of Muharram. And while we commemorated in the Gregorian calendar on October 20th and November 12th. Now, why was that? That is because of the 2 different calendars. The Gregorian calendar consists of 365 days. The lunar calendar consists of 354 days. There is a difference of 11 days. The difference in age between Baha'u'llah and the Bab were 2 years. So 2 11 days or 22 days. Between October 20th and November 12 is exactly 22 days. Now, those 2 days are now accommodated into the solar calendar, and that is will be commemorated in the 2 days after the occurrence of the eighth new moon from Nowruz. And the fixing of the dates of the holy days within the Badi calendar is all done now. So the Baha'i days or the Badi dates of the holy days are all fixed. They stay the same, despite the difference in the Gregorian calendar's dates. For example, Nowruz will always fall on the first day of Baha, despite the different dates in the Gregorian calendars, that it could be on the 20th of March or 21st of March. There was some difficulties regarding the deciding on the prime meridian for the calendar, because there are lots of countries came up with their own prime meridian that's set in their own countries. So a meridian conference was held in Washington, D.C. in 1884, attended by 41 delegates from 25 countries. And after a vote of 22 for, 1 against, with 2 abstention, Greenwich, England was voted for to be the prime meridian. But the Badi calendar now have a prime meridian, their own prime meridian. And I would say that's the prime meridian for the world calendar today. And it is in Tehran, as decided by the Universal House of Justice. I'll leave you these words of the House of Justice regarding calendars. The adoption of a new calendar in each dispensation is a symbol of the power of divine revelation to reshape human perceptions of material, socials, and material realities. Through it, sacred moments are distinguished, humanity's place in time and space reimagined, and the rhythm of life recast. And that is what the Badi calendar is all about. It is a calendar that will unite humanity, unite the world, and it's quite unique. Thank you, and I wish you well. Whaafatai lava, ma ia manuia la whaafongfong mai sa mo ma la whaasausaunga. Soifua.